The following is a Broncos Broadcast Network production.
Good morning, and welcome to the Broncos Broadcasting Network. I'm Caroline.
And I'm Ethan. Here are the stories for today's broadcast. We take a look at our pottery classes.
And we will take a look at behind the scenes of Broncos Broadcasting Network. BBN News begins now.
Today is Tuesday, February 27th, which is International Polar Bear Day and National Pokemon Day. If today is your birthday, you share a birthday with Josh Groban, Jay Wow, and Kate Mara. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. Juniors and seniors, it is time to get your prom tickets. The Bridgerton Prom will take place at the National Ballroom at the Omni Orlando Resort on April 6th. Tickets are on sale now for $115. Good news, as the ticket deadline has been extended until March 30th. So get your tickets before ticket sales end. Please remember, tickets are available for juniors and seniors only, but those students may take a guest of any grade level. There are no refunds or exchanges. Students cannot have any outstanding obligations. Outside attendees will be subject to a background check before being able to attend, and nobody over the age of 20 may attend. Dress codes will be strictly enforced, and DHS administration has the right to void any ticket at any time. Seniors, make sure you are checking the school's Facebook page, facebook.com/BroncosDHS for scholarship information. Ladies Quest will be hosting the first annual fairy tale brunch right here at DHS on Saturday, March 9th from 10:30 until 2:30. This event will include brunch, activities for kids, door prizes, special magical guests, and more. You can purchase your tickets today through event ticketing on the Davenport High School website. Students who have not submitted their community service or work hour forms, please submit them to Ms. Brown by April 12th. On March 29th and 30th, the Bronco Theater is proud to present the SpongeBob Musical Youth Edition. Tickets are on sale now, $10 for students and $15 for adults. Get your tickets by scanning the QR code on the screen or by going to Hometown Ticketing on the DHS website. The next National Honor Society meeting will be on Wednesday in the Broncoteria right after school. Please see Mr. DeSheen if you have any questions. Attention seniors who have yet to meet their ELA testing graduation requirement. This week will be the FSA retake exams, and they continue tomorrow and Thursday. This is a 3-day test, and you must be present for all 3 days. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Wagner. Congratulations to 47 of our culinary students who recently have become ServSafe certified food safety managers. Seniors, if you have not ordered your cap and gown yet, make sure you do so soon. Head to JonesTampaBay.com to order your cap and gown. Also, seniors, your deadline to purchase your KD Senior cap and gown portraits and products is coming up on April 4th. Are you interested in attending Polk State's nursing program? Then you will want to attend one of their information sessions, either on Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. at their Winter Haven campus or next Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. at their Lakeland campus. Course requests are coming up soon, and one of the many electives on campus is our pottery class. Musa has more.
Here at DHS, we have a lot of creative electives to offer, one of which being pottery. Let's take a dive into it.
Pottery is the art form of working with clay. So clay is dug from the ground, it's processed, it's refined, and it's a fun, malleable medium that we get to work with and make a lot of different things. It's been really fun to get to know these students and work with them and teach them how to make and think and be creative. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's fun because everything is different. Everything is unique. There's no two are the exact same. This isn't a diss to you core curriculum teachers, but I think they enjoy like a little bit of a break from doing the math or the English, where they get to sit down and be creative and think in a different way. Today we see pictures and everything all over social medias and whatever. And I think being able to create those things is really cool. So I hope that they can appreciate that side of the artistic process.
Now that we've taken a look at the pottery teacher, let's see what his students have to say about the class.
It's a good class. It's very easy, quick learning. Teacher's great. You just go through and get to the steps of your project, and then once you finish it, he grades it based on how well you did. It's an easier going one, a good environment, a lot more therapeutic, calm, compared to like in literal class, like when you're doing literature or math, you're able to make it into the way you want it with your own hands. It's something kind of man-made by yourself. With art and like paper, you can kind of get the basics, but with ceramics, you really have to know what you're doing to get the right shapes in.
I've had pottery since like freshman year. It's a really good class. It's really fun, and it's just like a great way to like relieve stress and, you know, throughout the day, like with other coursework and whatnot. Pottery to me, honestly, is like one of my hobbies. If you would have told me I was taking pottery, I would have been so excited, and I would be right, because pottery is very fun. It allows you to express your creativity in a different way and stuff. Like I draw, and ceramics is just another way to express my creativity. With ceramics, it has different like, you know, forms and like functions and different ways on how you do it. Even like making stuff, you have to like know the process to make sure it comes out properly, because if you don't, it like, you know, goes like that in the kiln. I've actually had a couple pieces break up, but that's a different story.
Signing off from BBN News, Musa Hayes.
Today's ACT word of the day is intricate, meaning complex and having interrelated parts. It takes Alma at least a week to complete each intricate weaving. Attention students, during the third quarter, Davenport High School will be having a grade level attendance competition. The grade level with the highest daily average attendance during the third quarter will earn time out of class for an organized event, such as a movie day or a field day. There are only 2 weeks left. Keep showing up to school as much as possible to help your grade level win. Broncos, remember the third quarter ends a week from Friday. If your teachers are still accepting late assignments, please get those assignments in to bring up your grades. Are you planning on going to college or a trade school? Then you will want to apply for FAFSA to get some federal student aid. Head to www.fafsa.gov and create your FSA ID today. Attention underclassmen, have you finished your world language requirements? Do you want to stand out when applying for jobs in colleges? Love fashion and food and learning about other cultures? Want to be proficient in other languages and want to experience field trips and French culture days? If the answer is yes to any of these questions, then sign up for French Club next year. If you have any questions, please see Monsieur Maldonado. On to Broncos sports. On Friday night, the girls softball team faced off against the Ridge Community Bolts in the battle for Davenport. The Broncos scored 4 in the first inning and never looked back. Ashanti Pagan went 3 for 4 with the RBI and scored 3 runs in the 11-0 Broncos victory. The girls are back in action tonight when they travel to Osceola to take on the Cowboys. Our boys baseball team was in action this past weekend against Foundation Academy. The Broncos fell to the Lions by a score of 13-3. The Broncos are back in action on Wednesday when they host the Ridge Community Bolts. The girls' flag football team is back in action tonight when they travel to the other side of Davenport to take on the Ridgeview Global Studies Academy Explorers. Boys and girls tennis is almost in action tonight when they host Point Siena. Boys volleyball has their first home game ever at the ranch a week from today when they take on the Bartow Yellow Jackets. First serve will be at 7 p.m. From behind the camera to reading you your daily news, there are many different roles at Broncos Broadcasting Network. Today, Samaya takes you behind the scenes to look at our anchoring crew.
I'm Samaya with the BBN News, and today we're in the studio to give you guys a behind the scenes of the anchor's routine.
To do like the anchoring process, it's pretty simple. Like usually you're going to get handed your script. Usually it has like all the information of what you're about to be saying. And then you head into the green screen room, you get your lavalier on, and basically you have this teleprompter in front of you, which is kind of like a guide of what to say and when to say. And there's always multiple takes that are involved. Everybody makes mistakes. And I think it's like a really good experience to work in a setting that requires you to, be in front of a camera and present yourself. With many times you undoubtedly get used to it. You always make mistakes, but it's a good experience that no matter how many times you do it, always, gives you a positive outlook. Well, for me personally, I think that anchoring can be, in a ways, both really kind of exciting once you get it right and absolutely terrifying. Because usually sometimes when I'm like reading the long parts and I'm like, oh my God, am I going to forget a word? Am I going to mess this whole thing up? And my body just moves I feel my body like move forward. I kind of have that like nervous reaction, but always try it's always like okay at the end.
So normally before we even start recording the videos or even getting into this room that's here behind us, normally we usually get our scripts handed to us and we like to take a look through them just to see what we're going to be talking about in the newscasts. And normally sometimes there may be some little errors that we need to fix every now and then, but usually it's a pretty good experience in order to make some of the news for the school here. I'd say it's a pretty fun thing because it's kind of different. You don't feel like you're being watched, but you also know that a bunch of people are going to be watching you. So it can be kind of nerve-wracking a little bit from here and there, but I usually use like, hey, it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. People are going to like this. It's the daily news. Make sure to get it right and just to have fun while doing it, honestly. When the camera's rolling, it can be a little bit, as Nathan had said, it can be a little bit scary from time to time because whenever you start messing up, you just kind of start thinking like, oh no, how many tries am I going to have to do? How many retakes am I going to have to do? And it's get very nervous as well. I don't really show it though because I use confidence as my way to say, hey, I got this. I can do it. It's going to be a fun thing. Also during the recording process, it can feel kind of weird, especially with having a camera in front of you. But over time, you just kind of get used to having the camera there and you almost kind of completely forget about it. So whenever you're sitting there reading the teleprompter, it's just kind of a sit there and read type situation. So I find it pretty easy now.
I'm Samaya with the BBN News.
Thank you for joining us today for Broncos News. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Caroline. Enjoy the rest of your day, Broncos.